It's funny how women are making fun of Dr. Celiwe's situation. I find it very funny. And the reality or the truth is that some of you, this is your reality.
So I've been sitting on this story for a while now, and one of the reasons I'm even talking about it is because of the woman in question. You've heard of this story, a doctor marrying a barber, and the man's response, which later will be he also got me triggered because this man is madly disrespectful, and I've been talking about this a lot of times, maybe not directly but indirectly, that women marry up, you mustn't marry up, but do not be with a man who have nothing to lose and have nothing to offer you, because men are very petty. They will overcompensate for their bruised ego, for not meeting up or being a loser in the society. I know our nurturing instincts want to make us pity or want to be everything for the man, but men are not wired like that. And also women response, see, it would have been a different case if this lady was rude, arrogant, all over the place, accountable and all. The woman knows where she went wrong. In fact, this is even a cautionary story for her. Have you noticed how women nowadays have been learning more, be eager to learn, and being more accountable and trying to do better, and also encouraging the younger ones to do better? So that is why I'm also posting this, because ladies, be careful, don't bash this woman. She is not one of those you should bash. We all make mistakes, and some of you have even done worse. The reason why some of you are even attacking is because you're pained with your situation, you are not bold enough to come out of it, and now you're attacking her, right? Did she mess up? She messed up. She did a huge mistake. So has many other women. This is a cautionary tale, so please be kind in the comment, okay? So yeah, I'll be back with my commentary later. Let's watch this.
The type of life when you are living. You are living in a 70-30 relationship, meaning that you are contributing 70% of the responsibilities at home and your partner is only contributing 30%. Just because you have not spoken about it does not mean that it's not happening there. It is happening. The only thing meaning I show Dr. Celiwe is that I applaud you, sweetheart. Do you know why? Because that selfish husband of yours left with his selfish self. When you are left with your degree, you are still a doctor. That title, he didn't take it away from you. And this has got nothing to do with nationality. Oh, he's a Nigerian. These people are this, these people are that. Okay, tabo best. Singay good. Tabo best. Wenzeni with Dr. Nandip. Izinto that men made with Dr. Nandip to do. But nina you're sitting here acting as if Dr. Celiwe is some delusional woman ongakwazi ukuhlukanisa between wrong or right. If you are 100% committed to a relationship, you try your best until you figure to a point whereby we are born, which you know what, it's not happening. And then you just give up. But it's funny, Nina, women, instead of you guys learning from her, because she's not here bashing men. She's not here talking about how bad men are or how bad women are. She's talking about her experience. And she's actually telling you guys, which is she ignored a lot of red flags. But instead of learning from her, no. Women want to find a way to bring her down, but you will not. You will not bring her down. Dr. Celiwe, I applaud you 1,000,000%, including Sis Tandek. You guys, you're like a perfect example. We know men, nature of men, they are providers. So if your husband wants, okay, you can say 50-50, but in that 50-50, you know what your husband is bringing, maybe 90% of the things. God and just send 50-50 because you guys are helping each other in the house. We know that but don't be surprised, there are men who just want to contribute 0% and you are contributing 100%. It's something that has never happened. It is happening, and like I've said, this is some of your reality. You know when they say if he wants to, he will, sweetheart. He will not even think twice.
One thing we need to understand is that we are getting to hear Dr. Celiwe's story only because her husband left her. She mentions in the story that it got to a point where her marriage was physical, and she still begged this guy to not leave her. So had he stayed, we would never ever have known. And this is the story of so many women, right? Women who are educated, women who have their own money, who are in such situations. And it just disheartens me because, the conversation is always, oh no, as a woman, you must have your own money, you must have your own education, blah, 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 before you get married. But when people get married, then such things happen. You realize that the problem here is not marriage. It's not money. The problem is our perception of marriage, how we perceive marriage as an achievement, not an organic thing that happens between two people. Because if a woman who is a doctor, a medical doctor, can be as Dr. Celiwe is, can you imagine a woman who is married, who doesn't have education, who does not have any financial muscle? Can you imagine what the story is there, and how that woman will never be able to live to tell the story because they are there for their survival? If people who are not dependent on marriage for survival are so desperate to stay in marriages, what about these women who don't have the luxury, the freedom to be able to leave marriages? Actually, you know what? I'm saying it's been 2 hours since I made the last post. Ndibuya ukuyongena deeper in the rabbit hole. Indoda kaCeliwe sana is Nigerian. I want Celiwe to actually delete her account now. Please take a break. What irritates me is that South African men are going to act as if it gets done by Nigerian men, but why were you as if they don't do it? But what's crazy to me is getting financed by Nigerian. Aye. So uCeliwe xa isithi le ndoda yakhe used to own a barber shop, thatha nge-Nigerian. Hey. Abazali baphi kwenzeke ntoni? This story is not asiphelelanga story. Now that we have discovered that the man is Nigerian, the story asiphelelanga. Because all along I think we were all participating thinking that he can, but he can there to have been absolved. Asiphelelanga story too.
I believe we have all watched Dr. Celiwe Dada's story, where she was sharing that she used to pay an installment of 23,000 for a Mercedes Benz for a man who was unemployed. What broke my heart was the part where she was saying, Uri, I had to run to attend and call out at work. Imagine, patients are waiting for you, you must run there while you are paying 23,000. But anyway, there are 3 stereotypes that I want us to talk about from her story. The first one is this assumption that good men are found in churches. It's a lie. It's a big lie. Good men are found everywhere. But the problem with you guys is that you go to churches, you are desperate. You go to church, there's an altar call. For those who want to get married, come forward. It's only women there. And the scammers are there roaming around waiting for all these desperate women who are going to be going out there for an altar call for marriage, and they're going to come and scam you. Because they know when you know your Bible, you read your Bible upside down, you know Proverbs 31. The second stereotype, I want us to talk about Xhosa women loving money. Our good doctor speaks Xhosa, so I'm going to assume that she's Xhosa. Where is this thing of Xhosa women loving money? Because this woman is bending her back, providing for a man, an entire Xhosa woman. The third one, the stereotype that South African women love Nigerian men for money. Our brother was not even working, guys. He was hustling. For what it's worth, guys, majority of them, they are gonna come to scam you. If they're not gonna scam you like proper money that you have, you're gonna be taking loans for them. So it's a lie, oh. It's a lie. But also another thing, guys, I do understand that a lot of us are triggered, in the comment section. My sister, our good doctor, if you are seeing this, please understand our frustration towards that man. He is a douchebag. But besides that, we are triggered by our own situations. We've been through similar situations. We overcame and whatnot. This then says to me that the type of mindset that we have as women, which is deeply rooted in the traumas of patriarchy, has got absolutely nothing to do with how educated you are as a woman. You can study psychology and still men will dribble you with not even N6. Let's squash these stigmas that come with women not being married, women being divorced, women just you don't have to desire to want a family with just anything that has got 2 legs and a penis. You deserve better. Thank you so much, my sister, for sharing your story with us. I hope a lot of us learn from your story and we do better.
Ladies, we need to be very careful about the people that we bring into our houses to clean our houses, and especially the people we bring into our homes to look after our children. So I went through Dr. Celiwe's husband's TikTok page, and I don't know if you guys saw what he posted. So he said he's coming with his version of events. You guys can pause to read what he said he's going to be talking about. One thing that really stood out for me was episode 5. Matrimonial, you know what married people do in the bedroom, and hygiene. And hygiene. I just know, I'm just hoping that man is not gonna come and say what I think he is planning to come and say here. Because he already spoke to number 7, the nanny and the kids version of the story. He did that already. I see that he skipped a lot of parts. And he also spoke about episode 4, gross infidelity. So he recorded a conversation with the former nanny. We don't even know whether this is really the former nanny that he's talking to. For all we know, he could have paid somebody to just pretend to be the former nanny. So in the conversation with the former nanny, the nanny claims Dr. Celiwe is the one who always used to start the fights and arguments in the house. The husband also claims apparently that Dr. Celiwe has a boyfriend at work. And the nanny was like, yeah, how can Dr. Celiwe stoop so low as to go on social media? She came on social media because she wanted to tell her story and also to warn other ladies of what she has been through. And I feel like she has every right to do that. He claims he used to do things at home, okay? But the nanny didn't really deny any of the claims that Dr. Celiwe was making. The only thing that she kept saying throughout the conversation was, yes, I was there, I was there, I was there. Then the most disgusting part out of all of this is he called one of his sons and he recorded the conversation with his son. And he told his son, your mother is a manipulator. She's lying. Why would you involve your child in grown-up conversations? You could have come and told your story the way she did without involving people, but you had to involve the alleged nanny and even your own child in grown-up conversation that this child has no business having. This is a typical narcissistic move. A narcissist will always need other people to come and collaborate their version of events. He spoke about he used to buy them toys. And he asked the child, that toy car that you are playing with, how much did it cost? Buying toys. You are bragging about buying toys. Sir, show us the proof for the Mercedes-Benz. Show us proof that you are paying for school fees. Show us proof that you are paying rent for the house where your children stayed. What are toys? For me, the fact that he involved this innocent child in all of this grown-up conversation tells me that he doesn't care about that child. As a parent, you would care about the trauma that you are causing to your children, but you clearly don't. You care more about your version of events to the point of you including your own child in grown-up conversations.
You know, guys, with this whole Dr. Celiwe issue, there is one thing that I love, all right? The fact that she has something to fall back on. Yes, Zamhleka for Stethengaye will make ourselves feel better as though we were never in a position where we did wrong things for love, where we sold ourselves short, where we didn't know our value because our stories were not online. Unfortunately, esakhe see online. But one thing I love about Dr. Celiwe, the fact that once she realized that this situation is not good for her, she was able to walk away and she can still maintain the quality of life that she was living. The fact that her entire life was not depending in Doten, her financial life was not depending in Doten. And my message to every woman, Uguti, times change, seasons change. Umtshado ungaba mnandi today ngomso ube mbi, but what's your plan? I-finances zakho zime njani, ume njani? Do you have savings? Do you have education? At least yena uthe ewa athi degree wazeseka ngedegree uthembe ntoni? Nisibona senzo forever sithengisa imoto senza ntoni? Nicinga mhlambe aba bayagula? We are securing the bag, we are securing ourselves. Nobuhleka nomuntu hleka, knowing ukuthi nobungahamba but nisazohleka.
So, like I said earlier, ladies, other people in the comment, I'm so happy my space is just women that pay attention to it, right? Maybe because it's a little space, but please, please, please be respectful, show respect. It's even a pick me situation to even try to shame another lady for making a mistake, especially where she knows. But yeah, it was my Nigerian brother. Oh. A Nigerian brother that did this to a South African woman. And a lady once said earlier, one of the ladies that spoke said, South African women don't go to South Africa, Nigerian men for money. And why I agree that South African women do not go for do not go for money. You don't need to use money to impress a South African woman. But at the same time, I would say they might be capping there because the general perception of Nigerian men is they are spenders, even though a lot of them are not, right? But especially from my side, the Igbo side, they do spend, right? Specifically the Anambra men, like they are spenders. And again, Nigerian men, even though they'll come out now due to the red pill, they want to go 50-50, which is disgusting. I don't know which woman who is dumb. Like I said, this is cautionary tale. It might look good the first time, but when you enter a relationship, you realize there's nothing like 50-50. As a woman, you do more. Even when a man pays 100% of all the bills, you still do more. A lot of labor on you. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But before I digress, right? So because of that, Nigeria, a lot of Nigerian men now hide under that umbrella. Even I even had with them when I used to be friends with men, because I used to be a tomboy. This man would be telling me, even my ex at the point when he was living in South Africa, he would tell me then when he was in the streets, he would tell me that when he puts his flag for you to know he's a Nigerian boy because it attracts South African women. They feel like we spend that because of that general notion without knowing that they are tricksters. There are some that are just scammers, right? There's a reason why our name is at the top when it comes to scammers, right? But they don't get that. It's all format. And yeah, Nigerian women will demand for it because you know these men, they ain't shit. But if you must bring that ain't shit behavior, you have to be paying something. You have to be at least you cannot be broken and be and also be a broke man. It doesn't make sense. Not that that is better, but at least, right? And that does not mean Nigerian women don't suffer from all those things. Again, it's all because of patriarchy, the unhealthy standard it has held, right? So it's neither here nor there, and that's why I'm always passionate about this videos today. Now it has come to the homeland, so I like putting the compilation of different ethnic groups, different women of different circle of life. You can see this woman that it even happened to, she's rich. She's the one maintaining the lifestyle of a brokey. I looked at the man. The man is not even handsome. I'm like, if he was ASAP, I'll be like, okay, this guy is cute. He's not. He looks like those guys in Ariaria, in Aba, hustling. The kind of men that are supposed to be. And maybe she thought he was actually a hustling man. I wonder the format he used on her. I wonder if he said the container on a high sea for a while. The lady was like, come, this Matt M. Martin, you're literally in my house leeching off me, not contributing. You're not even someone I could run to for safety, for emotional safety, for my safety nets. Even you're not even a good father. Imagine him calling his son just to disparage his wife. And see, Nigerian men, this is their tactic. They are the first person to slut shame you even when you do nothing. Like that is out. Like they do it a lot. It's just not like right now we live in a society where women don't care anymore. Like you could say whatever you want to say, and like literally, I'm a paternity fraud apologist, okay? See, you could tell me you did something. I'm like, yeah, he probably was infertile. That's why he tried to help to keep his lineage. Like straight up serious. Why should I like that is literally where I am right now. And it's because of all these things, because I know this man. A lot of them chronic cheats, but still their pin might not be functioning and infertile and expect you to pop a baby just because you've learned around. You think that your sperm is healthy. It's not, right? So because of all these things, I feel like, yeah, it's easier for them to slush in, because we live in a community where even women shame women. Okay, we kind of get keep this whole culture thing. Not I'm saying women to go and hold there, because literally as a lady, why are you going there to hold? Unless your holding is opting your finances, unless it is you traveling around, unless it's just you prioritizing yourself, because would you, those men be running around with different variants of STDs? You really want to contact that just because you want a hole, and you probably will be there out with trauma, nothing to fill you up. Like, what's the point, really? So yeah, I just had to jump on this and let ladies know. And it's interesting that even this lady, see, she might be coming out on the upper hand, because she can still maintain her lifestyle. She really can still maintain it. Not every woman can. And as ladies, as especially younger ladies, I know you're rushing to be married, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But do it when you know you're benefiting from it. Don't do it because you have no other option, unless you're sure that guy, the man you're going to settle with, have the resources and is a good man. Because not all money are good money. There are some men, there are some ladies that will enter a situation with a man, a marriage with a man, you have nothing to rely on, right? And this man is financially abusive, emotionally abusive, and maybe might even be physically abusive. Now where do you go? Especially now, let's say you've given birth, how do you support those children? So you have to consider all the things, because as a woman, marriage takes sucks at your life. It sucks it out, unless you're benefiting and you're with a man who is willing and understanding. And most of these men, they want to be in the sassy boy era. The question is it worth it? So protect your mental health there. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Thanks for making it up to this point. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, like, and also share this video. Thanks. Bye.